Hello again. Some of the things which are going on in this country these days are so obviously unjust and wrong that one wonders why the angry populace do not behave as the French peasants did at the end of the 18th century and start herding their leaders into tumbrils before disposing of them with a guillotine. This is, of course, a joke on my part rather than an incitement to violence. But so terrible are the injustices which are routinely being inflicted upon the native-born people in this country that I would be surprised if some of them do not fantasise about revolution. In Lincolnshire, as in other parts of the country, there are many people on the waiting list for a council house. In Langtoft, a village where just a couple of thousand people live, there are young people who wish to move out of their parents' houses and have a place of their own. A new privately built housing estate on the edge of the village promised to provide some chance of this. The 41 houses are very nice and the local authority has bought 12 of them. Imagine how local people felt when it was announced that all these homes would only be given to Afghan and Ukrainian refugees and none at all would be made available for local people, some of whom have been on the waiting list for years. The local authority helpfully explained that there are 5 families in Langtoft on the housing register, all in the lower need band of 4 and 5, and all with no emergency housing needs. So that's all right then. In the description to this video, I give a link to a newspaper article about this. Here is the point which I honestly do not get. Perhaps viewers can help me here, pointing out any aspect of the matter which I may not have noticed. In the financial year ending March 2022, roughly 205,000 homes, or dwellings as the experts call them, were built in the United Kingdom. In the same period, net immigration to this country was a little over 600,000. Now, of course, some of those dwellings will hold more than one person, but generally speaking, the average number of people in the British home, the number in the household, is 2.6. So these 600,000 people who arrived here in the year up to March 2022 will need far more houses than have actually been built. They would have needed 230,000 homes. Even if every single new home was occupied by incoming foreigners, there would still not be enough. Of course, this is not to mention where some new homes will be required by those people already living in the country. I give links to these figures in the description to this video. What this means, of course, is that there are simply not enough homes in Britain for those who already live here, and every boatload of illegal immigrants exacerbates this housing shortage still further, as will the thousands of foreign students flocking here next year. There is not enough room in this country, and there are not enough homes. Either I am missing something, or this government is hell-bent on pursuing policies which must inevitably lead to homelessness and overcrowded living conditions. Why are they doing so?